And now we are right back to blue screening. Even though everything was working completely fine until I decided to put a hard drive in for extra storage, when I go to redo updates, I'm now getting blue screens of death yet again. Fucking Microsoft. Well, actually, no, in this case, fucking AMD. So that's blue screen number one. Let's see if it blue screens again. And at least have some form of not dead air. I'll just have Sea of Thieves doing its normal Sea of Thieves thing. Surprisingly enough, I actually like this game now. When it originally came out, it was boring as fuck. Yet now it's a competent game. Not for everyone, but it's a competent game. This was the update it was trying to install before it blue screened. So let's see what it does. Also, I'm going to see if this stupid storm's actually coming towards me or not. Usually you can kind of tell just by looking at it and I think it is actually coming towards. Yep, it's definitely coming towards me. I forgot to see if we got any shinies in the by my boat. Cause that's one of the things I've noticed is that sometimes I get shinies by my boat when I spawn in. They tend to be like log books and maybe like a few other little trinkets here and there, but still, free shinies is free shinies. I don't see any free shinies. Unless they're on the other side of my boat. Nope, no shinies. What a shame. charger for the phone. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to try and find a charger for my phone. And apparently I lost it. Go figure. Is this it? No, that's for the, well, it's at 45%. Nope, that's not it. Blue screen again. Quite fitting when I get struck by lightning, the computer literally fucking blue screens of a kernel security check failure. That timing though. I'm thinking I'm going to be uploading this video as its own little bit. And I'll just be titling something on the lines of updating Windows causes my computer to blue screen. And to give a general rundown of what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get my Dell Sleeper build right here set up. It has a AMD Ryzen 5 1600, 8 gigs of RAM, and an RX 580. By no means is it a top of the line gaming rig, but for the specs I have inside this computer case, it's still a competent little computer. But I only managed to get this to actually work properly once. And of course, I fucked it up by putting in a hard drive for more storage so I can actually store games like Sea of Thieves on this computer, because sometimes I don't want to play Sea of Thieves on my main rig. I want to use my main rig for something else while I play Sea of Thieves on this computer here. Or maybe I want to play GTA 5 and do some heists, but I don't feel like teaming up with like 4 other incompetent retards when I can just use my main GTA account here and my secondary account through the Epic Fail Store to do some heists. There are legitimate reasons why I want to have a fairly powerful secondary. And of course, as you saw, it blue screened twice. So let's see if it blue screens again, or if it ends up bricking the updater. Nope, it's going to try one more time, and more than likely it's going to do this one more time. Blue screens, and it completely bricks it. know where the little charging cable is. It's right here. I completely forgot I'm using it to charge my iPad. Sorry about room and my chair. Might as well see if my boat's sunk. Nope, it's still there. Surprisingly. It just got zapped by lightning. Yeah, it's kind of full of water. Can I do this all one-handed? I got a little farther this time around, 83%. I bet it's going to blue screen any minute now. Okay, it's asking me to restart. Ah, look at me. I could be playing Sea of Thieves, being annoying to someone. Speaking of, I think I see someone out in the distance, but the keyboard is not doing its job. Yeah, press 4 and it doesn't bring up the stupid... Why is it not bringing up the stupid... Give me a second. Let's see, do I actually see someone? Yeah, look at me. I can be there, I could be over there annoying that guy. But no. I'm sitting here babysitting my stupid computer because it's too retarded to install updates without blue screening itself. God, it feels like I'm using Linux. And yet I'm using a competent operating system that isn't Linux. And to tell you the truth, macOS does have its own little bullshits, but not like this. Now, at the very least, I can greet at the very least, I can stand out and greet him when he comes by. Granted, he's probably going to shoot me, but whatever. Or I'm just going to go somewhere else. It's a dual sale, so it's the next tier up from my little itty bitty. I forget what the next tier up is called. Because I got the itty bitty boat. Well, I got to the desktop at least. Alright, let's see, what's this computer doing? Alright, there's the AMD stuff, there's Razer crap. Alright, let's see what the old updater has for me today. Alright, so we got some optionals. Intel that goes to the Wi-Fi card / Bluetooth module on the motherboard. Oh, ask me to restart when this is installed. Or maybe it's not. Check for updates. Don't know why that guy would go into the storm, but I'm not the one piloting that boat. I'll have fun in that storm, my good sir. Got another storm over there. Got a Reaper's chest thing over there. Alright, looks like I installed all those updates. So apparently now everything's gonna work. Alright, so next thing I want to do is get a hard drive installed. That is this drive right here. If the ThinkPad will, there it goes. So as you can see, I set that drive up to be unallocated. As you can see, that way, so any previous crap that was on this drive is gone. I did pull the 2 bits I actually wanted to pull off that drive onto this computer here so I can easily transfer them back over when I get the drive back and get the drive reinstalled. So I'll do a save eject, power it off, grab the hard drive, shut down the computer. I'm going to try and do this all in one take just to make it quick and easy for me. Alright, for right now I'm just going to plug this into a SATA power, and then I'm going to plug this into, SATA power, and I have the SATA cables labeled. I have the main boot drive on SATA 2, or on SATA 1, the optical drive set to SATA 1, and I'm going to put the drive I want to use as storage on the SATA 3. Alright. Power up the system again. There's the drive itself. Of course, I do have an optical drive on this computer, like I said. It doesn't get used that often, but it's nice to have because it is something I do have to use on a... Not often, but it's still something I do use from time to time. I use of course, when it comes to FreeGeek, I use an optical drive a lot more over there, especially when it comes to installing Mac OS. Alright, so it looks to have booted up completely fine. So if I go to here, the drive doesn't show up. So that means I need to go and whatever it's called, turn it into an actual active drive, or partition it, or whatever it's called. Let Razer do its thing. New simple volume. Next. Next. Finish. And there's the 500 gigs. Granted, it's only a 460 now at this point, but still. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let this computer sit. Well, actually, let me do one more thing. Let me go here. And instead of normal window updates, let's try and update the Microsoft Store. Because like I said, this is going to be my secondary system that I actually do play some games on. And if it Bluescreens on updating the Microsoft Store, then there's clearly something wrong with this computer. Okay, so it's going to take a while. I'm just going to stop the video and just... Oh, of course, when I say I'm about to stop the video, then the computer actually does something. Go figure. Well, soon I'll be able to play Sea of Thieves and actually have fun instead of just babysitting my dumb computer. I don't think it will blue screen doing this, but I legitimately wouldn't be surprised. And I know for a fact that it's not the fact that I have this in the Dell Optiplex case. And I do have the front I/O customed, but I know it's not that because I had all my previous stuff in there and it worked completely fine. I still think there's personally something wrong with the actual motherboard I'm using. Maybe I need to reapply thermal paste on the chipset. Or maybe there's something wrong with the VRMs because the heat on the VRMs are pretty wimpy. Granted, I don't have my processor overclocked, so I don't know why it's acting up. But maybe the SMPs for my RAM are also enabled, because I have noticed that would also cause blue screening issues also on AMD for some reason. Alright, that did a normal job. Oh, well, at least it survived the store update, so I'll just let it sit. Alright, so I decided to let it idle like I said, and as you saw, it just blue screened on me. And I'm currently also getting shot at by AI. And of course I also got someone dogging me at the dogging me on the back, and I gotta make sure I don't get hit, and of course I get hit. Fucking aimbot AI. Why is it getting ready? I got a hole in my boat. Go figure. Alright, well, I managed to catch it blue screening again. Alright, so like I was saying, I let it just idle, and it just blue screened with that watchdog error. So it's the kernel security bullshit and that watchdog error. Now I know the watchdog one goes for drivers and whatnot. The problem with that is I have all the drivers installed for both the chipset and my video card. Why it still does that, I don't know. And like I said before, I was letting it idle. And as far as I know, it's not trying to update anything. So let's see if it is trying to actually do that. There's also a skelly ship in the distance. I see a player in the distance. Yeah, it's not trying to update anything. So why it blue screened idling is beyond me. Which again goes to it is more than likely that I need to reapply thermal paste on the chipset. That's the only solution I can come up with, other than just completely ditching that board and getting a new one, obviously. But since I have a Ryzen 1st gen, even getting a new board is still fairly expensive. It's like $150 if I want something competent. So just like before, I'm just going to let it sit, and hopefully something doesn't happen that takes away from me constantly going back and forth. But more than likely, if it does blue screen on me, I'll notice it and I'll be able to quickly pick up my phone again. So I'll go bug someone or do an alliance or something, and if it blue screens again, hopefully I'll come back and catch it. Alright, well, something happened. The fan here spooled up all the way, and that's it. I don't know at this point. Alright, it's been a little while. I actually decided to start downloading Sea of Thieves. Apparently downloading Sea of Thieves caused the blue screen of death. Because prior to, the computer was just sitting, idling, doing absolutely nothing. And instead I go download Sea of Thieves, blue screen of death. I bet the Sea of Thieves download is botched. Because it just decided to go, oh, I'm too retarded, so I'm just going to blue screen and destroy all the progress. Okay, let's see what the old Xbox app is doing. Well, it seems to still be downloading at least. Oh, that 2 gigabytes, I wish. I got gigabit internet. I don't have Linus Tech Tip internet. But it looks like to be botched. I'll let it sit for a while and see if it does something. Yeah, but it looks like Sea of Thieves has been... Oh, it's doing something. I guess it was just checking file integrity. Well, I wouldn't be surprised with blue screens again. Though, yeah. Again, there's clearly something wrong, but that's why I'm doing this video. Just so you know, I do have my AC unit turned on, but since it's one of those nicer, newer models that's a U-shape, it is significantly quieter. Hopefully the wind noise is also going to be reduced significantly because I have it set to low. But more than likely I'll have it set like this when I'm recording, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah. Alright, we got another interesting blue screen. Memory management. Never seen that blue screen before. And again, all I'm doing is just trying to download Sea of Thieves. First it's Windows updates, and now it's downloading a video game. How dumb can a computer be? Now the thing is, I know it's not my RAM. Because that is the exact same, the kit of RAM I'm currently using in this computer is the exact same kit of RAM I was using in my Dell Optiplex right here. Obviously it's not in there anymore because I'm using it in the current system. But that RAM works completely fine in this system. I don't have a single blue screen at all. And yet, I get a blue screen for memory error? Oh, I opened up the wrong thing. I meant to open up the Xbox app. Oh, it's completely fucked. It completely forgot that I was downloading something. And of course, now the crap I downloaded is completely botched. And what makes it even worse is that it doesn't even show up. Unless I need to go to hidden. Uh-oh. We have some issues. Yeah, something definitely went wrong. I cannot find that store. Where would it be stored at? Software distribution? Nope. Nope. I mean, at this point, why don't I just delete System 32 and just completely nuke the system? Yep. And now I can install CFCs onto the SSD. So now I basically gotta completely nuke all my work on this computer again, just to have it all just for all this bullshit to happen again. I don't know what to say at this point. If anything, I'm completely done with AMD. I'm going to my local Free Geek today, and I'm going to buy myself a $20 Intel socket 5511. I don't know what board, because I do have an i5 I can use. It's a 3rd gen i5, but it has PCI Gen 3 support and whatnot, so I'll be able to use that, and it replaced the low rising processor I got right now. Now I know for a fact the i5 I'm going to be using is going to be bottlenecking the RX 580, but I'm done with AMD. And when it comes to my main rig here, I eventually plan on fully swapping it out to for all Intel and NVIDIA stuff. Because again, I'm completely done with AMD. The only time I'll actually get anything AMD related ever again will be a laptop of some sort, or maybe one of those little mini PCs. But for a full-fledged desktop, I'm done with AMD.